LG has had its trademark application for the term QNED turned down in the USA. But what implications does this have on the company's upcoming mini LED televisions? Let's find out in this video. Hello everyone, Vicentio from HDTV Test here. A report has come out this week from Business Korea stating that the USPTO, or the United States Patent and Trademark Office, has rejected LG Electronics' application to trademark the term QNED in the United States. And if you have been watching my videos from last year, I think back in September, I reported that LG has secretly registered the trademark for QNED in various countries, including the USA as it turned out. And if you look at the application here on this website, trademarkia.com, you can see that currently the status is non-final office action issued, clarification needed, which has been the case since the 13th of January earlier this year. And presumably that's when the USPTO actually made the decision to not grant the trademark application to LG Electronics. Now, the reason that was given is actually quite simple. According to Business Korea, what the USPTO said was that the term QNED refers to a generic display technology and therefore it couldn't be trademarked. And the way LG has gone about defining QNED is entirely different from the original definition of QNED. So originally, QNED stands for Quantum Nano Emitting Diode, and it is a way for Samsung Display, who is working on QD OLED or quantum dot OLED, to actually replace the blue OLED in the emitting layer with gallium nitride based nanorods, which will make it QNED. And by that definition, QNED is actually self-emissive, so it can turn every single pixel on and off independently of each other. It is capable of true blacks. It should deliver vibrant colors and wide viewing angles, and even better than OLED, it should actually deliver longer lifetimes, better efficiency, and not be susceptible to screen burn because gallium nitride is inorganic as opposed to OLED, which is organic. So those are the appeals of QNED technology. But when LG registered the trademark for QNED back in September last year, we thought that maybe the company, who is actually an arch rival of Samsung, was either developing the self-emissive technology themselves, or they were actually trying to just do some sort of trademark squatting to prevent Samsung from dominating the trademark, so to speak. But at CES 2021, LG's plans became clear because how LG defined QNED was to actually brand their mini LED televisions. And mini LED televisions, even though they are using mini LEDs, which are much smaller than conventional LEDs to be put into LCD displays, at the end of the day, they are still a transmissive display technology. They are still using a backlight, so it is not self-emissive. But the way LG has defined QNED is that it stands for quantum dot nanocell light emitting diodes. So with LG's QNED mini LED televisions, the QNED will stand for a combination of both quantum dot enhancement film and also nanocell technology. And the quantum dot enhancement film presumably will be giving a very white color gamut base, whereas the nanocell technology, which is I think a proprietary molecular level technology that shapes the waveform, will be acting to try and mold the spectral power distribution to achieve even narrower peaks and therefore achieve even wider color gamut and more accurate color precision. So that is LG's definition of QNED, and it is entirely different from the self-emissive original definition of QNED as being worked on by Samsung Display. Having said all that, as it stands currently, the USPTO, or the United States Patent and Trademark Office, has turned down LG Electronics' application to trademark the term QNED in the United States, of course. But I reached out to LG for comment, and this is what they said. LG always has a brand name for our products and communicates it as LG brand name, for example, LG OLED. QNED can still be communicated as the brand name since legally there are no restrictions or limitations on using QNED for product communications even without a trademark, which makes it quite clear that the company intends to continue using the term QNED to describe their mini LED televisions, and I think that LG will be using the term QNED not exclusively by itself, but in conjunction with LG QNED Mini LED TVs, and from my part, I will also aim to be as accurate as possible in terms of my nomenclature. So whenever I describe LG's mini LED televisions, I will definitely say LG QNED mini LED televisions and clarify that it is a transmissive technology rather than the original definition of a self-emissive technology as worked on by Samsung Display. But certainly I hope you appreciate that I will not be taking any shortcuts in this matter. I won't be saying just LG QNED, and I will definitely try my best to always say LG QNED Mini LED so that none of you are confused that LG's QNED Mini LED televisions will be using the self-emissive QNED technology, which is certainly not the case. But it remains to be seen whether LG intends to appeal this decision by the USPTO, because I think they have been given 6 months to file an appeal or to argue their case in a clearer manner as to why they should be allowed to trademark the term QNED. And as far as LG's QNED Mini LED TVs are concerned, we know that on the flagship 86-inch model, there will be up to 30,000 mini LEDs in the screen, and they will have up to 2,500 local dimming zones, providing a contrast ratio of up to 1 million to 1. Now, I think the question that remains is whether these LG QNED Mini LED televisions will be using IPS or VA-type LCD panels, and given LG's history, there is probably very little doubt that they will be using IPS. But the other day, I was actually quite surprised to see a press release issued by LG Display actually downplaying the picture quality of mini LED televisions. So from that point of view, maybe, just maybe, there is a very slight glimmer of hope that perhaps, maybe LG Electronics is going to be sourcing VA-type LCD panels from elsewhere, but I think, it is just more hope speaking rather than an actual reality until we can get our hands on a review sample. If you'd like to watch more videos on next-gen display technologies, I've created a playlist here if you'd like to click on it, and I will see you in the next video.